So the first time I came to Naropa was 1980, where I did an apprenticeship with Allen Ginsberg and took his class on William Blake. And Allen remained a teacher and friend for the next 17 years of his life. And it's been a real pleasure for me to be able to come back and to be able to teach Allen here at Naropa, Allen's work. And we focus a lot on Howell and on some of his other poems and the way Allen made such memorable poetry out of social content as well as other content. This is a poem in Unlocking the Exit. It's called Elegy for Allen. Ah, Allen, you gave America a new shape, and now you've lost yours. What a long accomplished road it was from the bridge o'er Patterson Falls, through San Francisco's Sixth Gallery, Prague's May King, Pentagon exorcisms, Mid-America's Iron Horse, Chicago 68, Rolling Thunder, Rocky Flats, cosmopolitan greetings from New York City's East 12th Street, to heaven, the Bardo, a grasshopper, a gray void, the place where all things wise and fair descend, the end of suffering, wherever you are, the most curious place in the universe. Yesterday, in your new Lower East Side loft, I held a clear plastic bag with your ashes inside. Fine off-white powder, only a few small bone fragments visible, boxed inside last Buddhist shrine. Oh, those armor-piercing eyes will look out tender, photogenic skull no more. What happens to us? When did we begin taking this trip from energetic body-soul beings traveling the world for democratic freedoms and dream-forged poetries to old age, liver cancer bodies lying softly on hospital cots near busy city windows, searching one last glimpse of old friends and sidewalk lovers, devoting life's last energies to finding new ways to breathe? Why the hell did we accept this ancient bargain? When did we sign this horrific contract for a few mere decades of joy? Well, you were always discovering a new breath, a new spiritus, a no money down, person-to-person compassion. Now millions across the globe are chanting Om in your honor. Now you've joined Shelley's Children of Light, become a portion of the loveliness which once your presence made more so. But Allen, how you hung in there, how you gave them hell over 4 decades, how you bowled over Hal's critics piercing thy innocent breast, how you practiced sanity, candor, intelligence, kindness, and boundless imagination as your weapons, how you mixed humor and information, utopian yearnings and minute particulars, how you extended and subverted literary traditions in the most interesting ways and never tired of formal inventiveness. How you revealed the Academy's shower-curtained secret. Poetry could be relevant to our lives. How you taught all nations, youth, to dig through the deadwood of exploitation and hypocrisy. How you were expelled from Prague and erased from primetime radio. How you showed that a lone human voice, well-honed and courageous, could challenge a multinational corporate bureaucracy. How you became an unacknowledged democratic conscience of Cold War America. Allen, you made me laugh a new aware laughter for 20 years I knew you and your work. I don't think you would have remembered where we met. Danny Schott and I were sitting 57 Gilden Street, New Brunswick porch, one fall afternoon, 1976, awaiting your night's event. A cab pulled up to Kenton Hayes' apartment across the street. You hurried out, unloading cardboard boxes from trunk, your father's manuscripts stored years at Rutgers Alexander Library. We went to help. Your friendliness astonished. I just read Song of Myself and Hal first time and decided to try poetry. In one of your last poems, you asked for remembrances like this. With Danny and Kevin, I drove you back to Manhattan that night. You threw out empty food wrappers and newspapers from my lemon orange Vega. Then took us on a radical auto tour of historic East Village. Months later, you answered letters Danny and I sent, took 10 lines of my manuscript, using cross-outs, exclamation points, a few words, a reading list, taught my first poetry lesson. The postcard Danny received weeks earlier, still implanted in memory. Each line should have wit, humor, imagery, perception, double meaning, a new way of seeing, or poesy in it. In 1980, I apprenticed with you July at Naropa. In 82, you gave poems and funds to help Danny and I launch Long Shot magazine. You encouraged my poems the next 15 years, even after that 1986 early morning Naropa panel where hungover and nervous, I called some of your famous poet friends crazy. These last 2 weeks, thousands of poets in dozens of countries have told tales of your meetings. Alan, you were loyal and generous to friends and future generations. Lucky for the planet, your words live on. Lucky for those not yet born, Holy Soul Jelly Roll still carries your baritone voice. Your blues at holy celebrations grab onto mind's lining and refuse to let go. Your meditative consciousness sits a cross-legged raven on our shoulders while we scribble odes and design activist modes, urging us to write what we saw and rally out of kindness. What a beautiful new loft you bought. How sad death arrived just a few months before you moved in. High ceilings, room for your office and your stepmother, clean kitchen for macrobiotic scrapings, wall space to frame all your futuristic portraits, 2 bathrooms, bookcases galore, prophetic volumes lining shelves from polished hardwood floor. How many hundreds of feet up to the soul's exit door? Oh, Alan, you finally joined Walt's side amid the enduring dead. How can that be all bad? Now you can forget daily terrors, quit worrying which nation's elected leader the CIA will topple during new terms of presidential denial, which activist friends will be jailed, which youthful heads will bleed from Tompkins Square, Chicago, LA, Moscow, Peking, police nightstick, where landlords' eviction armies will helicopter next. Like Blake's Los, you gave form to human error. Moloch, the heavy judge, plutonium's devouring ghost, lingering 250,000 years, unchecked capital skeleton, sweeping homeless off the street. Now it's up to those of us, with flesh on and out, to carry your sexy wheel of syllables into peaceful battle for the next millennium. Death's phantom steeds have taken one more wondrous singer, one more sweetest, wisest soul of all our days and lands, to who knows where. Praised be the cosmic mystery. Extolled the enlightened fire which outlives the initial spark. Exalted the echo which rebounds through the universe. Blessed be these tears, the tears on cheeks of millions who touched your soft hands, your glowing aura, your living voice, your inked page, your Shambhala coffin. Alan, you tired your heart, lungs, liver, running years up a zillion flights of creaky lower Manhattan stairs. I don't know what happens after death. Just that whatever's been written is wrong. Wherever you are now, I hope it has an elevator.
Right.